Hey there, I'm in Lake Balaton once again, and this is gonna be a little experiment. Ever since I bought this SUP, this standard paddle, I've been wondering what it would be like to cross the lake over there, which is something between 7 to 8 kilometers on my SUP. So it definitely is possible. The question is, will I do it? And a few days ago, somebody asked me for the second time when I came out of the water, "Oh, did you come from the other side of the lake?" And I felt a little bit flattered because I don't think I look so athletic, but hey. So what I'm going to do today, I am going to paddle straight out for at least 30 minutes. Then I will check on Google Maps where I am, and from this position I will extrapolate how long it would take me to cross the whole lake. Okay, conditions are not ideal today because you can see the water is a little bit wavy, there's some wind, so probably the best conditions would be no wind at all, but at least the weather is relatively stable, so there's no thunderstorm expected. Okay, so let's get started. You can see that I brought some additional equipment with me, which I don't do normally. Especially I got a life jacket, and okay, in my bag I got my mobile phone, some money and so on. So this is standard. Okay, so I will check the time right now and then I will paddle for 30 minutes. So I strapped my camera to my chest, and if you're not familiar with stand-up paddling, in principle how it works is you stand on this board, which is like a surfboard, a little bit bigger maybe. You have one paddle, and normally you paddle a few strokes on one side, then you change and continue on the other side. Now, currently with the wind condition and the waves coming from the right side, an angle of about 45 degrees to my intended direction, to the other side of the lake, actually you almost always have to paddle on one side, otherwise you will turn left too much, because the waves coming from this direction always tend to turn the board a little bit to the left, and so I have to counteract it by paddling on the left side as well. So this makes it a little bit more difficult because you always have to use the same muscles and can not switch. So it would be much easier if there were no waves. I have to say that these waves are, not really large for Lake Balaton, but I would say medium size. And can be a little bit challenging to keep the balance on the board, but it's okay even for me. And I didn't paddle too much this year, I have to say, so I don't have that much exercise right now. So I've been paddling for 30 minutes now, and I just checked my position on my mobile phone. I'm not sure if you can see it, probably not. So it looks like I have traversed about 1/4 of the width of the lake. So paddling for 30 minutes. This means if I would keep the pace, and I actually paddled at a relatively light pace, which I think I could maintain for 2 hours. So if I would keep this pace and would not have any breaks, it would take me 2 hours to cross the lake. Including breaks, I think at least 2.5. It's actually not too much, but then it does get a little bit boring, I have to say. So maybe we shouldn't say boring, maybe we should say meditational. So it's definitely okay if you're in the mood for this, but currently I am not. And I am not sure if I will ever really cross the lake. I mean, crossing in one direction is not the issue, but somehow you have to go back as well. And yeah, paddling for at least 4 hours is a little bit too much for me, I think. So yeah. But at least I have proven that it's doable, and I have a rough estimate on how long it would take. So I'm going to go back in a moment. But before that, let me just turn the boat around so you can have a full view of the lake. So now we are looking at the southern direction. This is the southwestern direction, and here you can see the northern shore, including the beach of Føvenjes, where I started out and where my house is. So okay, so let's go back. Another question, of course, is it dangerous? What are the dangers of Lake Balaton? Now, first of all, there are no dangerous animals here. So I think I don't have to mention that this is a freshwater lake, so it doesn't have sharks. Of course, there are no alligators, things like that. Nothing but some fish. There are two types of snakes in the lakes, water snakes. One of them is the dice snake, and the other is called the grass snake. In Hungarian it's kockas siklo, the dice snake, and the other one is called vízi siklo. Now these two snakes are actually two close relatives to each other. They get about 1 meter long and they are completely harmless. So they are not venomous, they don't even bite. At least they don't bite humans, and they are also quite shy, so they will try to get away from you as much as possible. But you do see them, so they are quite frequent. So you normally see their head sticking out of the water with the rest of the snake underwater, which looks quite funny. Now, the real dangers of Lake Balaton are, yeah, of course, it's water. The lake is not deep, it's only 3 to 4 meters deep, but yeah, that's enough if you cannot swim or if you have any issues to drown. And sometimes in some weather conditions it can happen that it gets stormy quite fast. So this is the real danger, that it gets windy, stormy, it gets thunderstorms, and this can really lead to quite large waves in the lake, which can become up to 1.50 meters high. And under these conditions, of course, you will not be able to paddle or to swim. So okay, I don't think you like to watch the whole other 30 minutes or so. It will take me to paddle back, so I think I will end the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye, see you next time. I'm always quite fascinated with the reflection of the sky and the water surface, especially during sunset time.